What is up, class? It is Friday. It is not actually Friday when I'm making this, but it's Friday. You like my new set? Pretty nice, pretty nice. It's Friday. We gotta make this fun. So hopefully you're over that super lame and annoying quiz you had to take. It's all good. It's all good. Everything's gonna be fine. And today we get to do volume of prisms and cylinders, which I think is much easier than surface area. There's not too much to this one. The main formula is volume is going to be base times height for both a prism and a cylinder. And remember, when I write capital B, that means you have to find the area of the base. So, when you're dealing with a prism, you have to stack a certain shape up for a certain length or a certain height. So for example, a cylinder, you're stacking up circles so high. For a rectangular prism, you're stacking little rectangles, either this way or this way. It's different than like a pyramid or a cone where it's kind of, you're not stacking up one shape. It gets like smaller and smaller towards the top. So you have to see when you're given the shape, what shape are you stacking up a bunch of? So in the one that the book gives us, they give us a triangular prism that has the dimensions of 8 centimeters by 6 centimeters, and it is 13 centimeters long. And if you want to make it look 3D, you can kind of go like that. Not bad, not bad, if I do say so myself. And so, am I stacking up? It's not 8. Why do I keep putting 8? Oh, it is 8. I'm losing my mind, guys. Losing my mind. Am I stacking up lots of these rectangles at the bottom? No. I'm stacking up a lot of triangles 13 centimeters that way. So, first thing you need to find is what is the area of the base? Well, the base is this triangle. That is 8 by 6. And the area of a triangle is 1/2 lowercase base times height. Notice how I put lowercase b, not an uppercase b. And in this case, our base is 8. Our height is 6. So that's going to be 1/2, 4 times 6, 24 centimeters squared, right? And then your height is how far are you stacking these bases? 13 centimeters in our case. So, volume, being capital base times height, is going to be 24 centimeters squared times my height, 13 centimeters. And y'all already know I am terrible at mental math. 312, and volume is always in the form of units cubed. Centimeters cubed. And boom. That's all there is to it, guys. So, I'm not as good of a drawer as a computer that can make these cool diagrams like a pool, but they give you, in the next example, a giant swimming pool. That was not a bad circle, though. It didn't connect the top, but you all get the idea. Ooh. Man, my drawing skills are on point today. They tell us the diameter is 18 feet. The height is 4 feet. It's like your little Costco pool. Hashtag sponsored. Not really. So, they want to say, ooh, fancy. They say, find the capacity. How much water does it hold in gallons? Knowing 1 square foot or 1 foot cubed of water is 7.481 gallons. This is a section on volume, so of course we're going to find the volume first. volume of a cylinder, it's still capital base times height, guys. However, what is your base? Your base is a circle. You're stacking up circles with a diameter of 18 feet, right? So, what's your area of your circular base? The area of a circle is pi r squared. Your radius, however, is 9 feet. It is not 18 feet. 9 squared. And so that gives us 81 pi. And does it tell us what to use for pi? It does not. We'll go ahead and use 3.14, although I think they use the pi button in this one. So if we multiply that by 3.14, you'll get 254.34 feet squared. And so now volume of the cylinder is capital base times height. It's going to be, we just found our base was 254.34, and our height is 4 feet tall. So if I multiply that by 4, I get 1,017.36 cubic feet. Alright, but they didn't ask me for the volume. They gave me a ratio that I can use here though. So, I'm going to convert this volume to gallons. They told me, right, 1 foot cubed is 7.481 gallons. Notice how feet cubed cancel, and I'm left with gallons on top. So I multiply that by 7.481. I'm going to get 7,610 we'll say roughly 87 gallons. And you'll notice the book is a little bit different because I believe they used pi. So if I used pi, 81 times the pi button, ooh, that's not the button, 81 times pi for here, I'll get a little bit bigger number. And then we multiplied that number by 4, and then we multiplied that by 7.481. And you'll see I get 4 more gallons if I use the pi button rather than rounding it as 3.14. So just keep that in mind in your answer. What are you going to use for pi? On a test, I will tell you, or you can tell me, but just keep it consistent and make note of where you're using. But that is that. The next idea is kind of when we have composite shapes. It's going to be a struggle fest drawing this one. Ooh, ooh, not bad, not bad. Huh? All right, I'll take it. And with this, they tell us the diameter is 2 feet. 2 feet. Guys, my drawing skills today, so good. By 3 feet. And they want you to find the volume. Now, actually, there's 2 ways to do this, well, at least 2 ways. I'll show you the way the book does it, and then I'll just explain how I would have also done it as an option. But if this is still a prism, we're stacking basically just, oh, and how tall was it they tell us? 1.5 feet. We're really stacking these oblong shapes up for 1.5 feet, right? We're basically stacking this shape up 1.5 feet. So again, we said our volume is base times height. I can find the area of this base and then stack it 1.5 feet tall. So my base, however, is a half circle, a rectangle, and another half circle. If you're smart about it, this makes one full circle, and this is just a rectangle. So if I do circle plus rectangle for my base, area of a circle is pi r squared. Radius is 1, right, because the diameter is 2. And then plus area of a rectangle. That rectangle is 3 feet by 2 feet. I don't know why I went like that. So that's going to be pi, 1 times 1, 1, plus 6, right? So we're going to leave it like this for now. So the area of my base was a full circle plus that. So that is my base. Now I'm stacking that shape up 1.5 feet tall. So volume, base times height, is going to be, we found my base, it's pi plus 6, times the height. My height is 1.5. So we learned from the last example that the book used pi button. So if I do parentheses, why do I keep doing that? Parentheses, pi plus 6 times 1.5. You'll see it's about 13.7 cubic feet. And that's really all there is to it. The way, crazy day, guys. Another way you could have done it is you could have just found the volume of this rectangular prism. So it's 3 feet, 2 feet long, 1.5 feet tall. And then you could have added a cylinder, right? Because you have two basically half cylinders. You could have added the volumes of the cylinder separately. So that's just another way you could have done it. You don't have to find the full base area and then multiply it by the height. You can find the volume of little individual chunks and then just add those volumes together. And that's it. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna stop it there. I hope y'all have a great Friday, and on Sunday, since there's no sports, NASCAR, they're doing iRacing series televised with the regular announcers, with the actual NASCAR drivers driving the video game iRacing. So if you're really bored, give it a check.